Hey there, Wes Dove here with Dove Development and Consulting. I want to share a quick message with you about the 2020 Live to Lead Harrisonburg event. So just to give you some history, this is our 6th annual event where we've been able to bring the content from the John Maxwell Company, always featuring John, but also world-class leadership experts along with him. We've been able to bring it here to the central Shenandoah Valley and really reach a lot of Virginia in what we do. So in 2019, our 5th annual event, we hosted at Blue Ridge Community College, Plecker Workforce Center, we hosted more than 200 people, I think around 215 people on the primary day, and then we had somewhere around 50 for another event that we did for a local chamber of commerce. But on that primary day, we had about 215 people from more than 75 organizations throughout Virginia, and it was just a stellar event. We had the licensed content in the morning from the John Maxwell Company. It featured John and so many others in that product that we were able to bring to the area. And then we had a lunch, and we really try to work to build in networking and do some things. We even had one of our state delegates, Tony Wilt, he came in and joined us over lunch and did some Q&A with the audience and so on, and really talked about leadership both in the political world, but also as a business owner in that aspect that he's been responsible for in his own company. And then we had a local leadership keynote where Cindy and Sacha Percival, at the time she was the general manager and vice president with WHSV, our local television station, and they really talked about their role and the transitions that they've had to make as leading ladies in their career progression, if you will. And then we broke after that. That was the end of the main day, and we were able to do something the last 2 years, 18 and 19, with between 40 and 50 business owners, higher level executives, operating managers, and whatnot, called an executive summit. And that was really geared at how do we put people in a room with like responsibility and really frame it in a way that they have conversation around what we just covered in the day, but specific to the roles and the responsibilities they have in their respective industries. And the goal was really, how do we lead that conversation, but how do we build new leadership relationships with those folks, and how do we build new strong business relationships with those folks, and so on and so forth. Now, and we were off to a phenomenal start with the 2020 event, and we were planning for 215 folks again at Blue Ridge Community College. We're so excited about being able to continue working with them because it's just a wonderful venue. And then this thing called COVID hit, so that changed everything. And we're in Virginia, we're in phase 3 right now, and as it stands, we're limited to just 50 people in that same room where we had 215 last year. So we've had to do some changing around. We're currently working through, we had, gosh, 110 tickets sold or seats reserved, if you will, through our partners and some individuals and so on for that primary event, but we can only fit 50 on October 23rd. Now we're pushing forward with that because there are some folks that say, hey, we're okay. We're going to be taking precautions. We want to honor folks, but there are also some folks where those precautions are, some are mandated, but some are just the right thing to do. We're going to mandate masks. We have to communicate that, hey, if somebody participates in that event with us on October 23rd, they understand, hey, it's come at your own risk. We're going to take the steps. We're going to social distance. We're going to do all those things. But we also aren't handcuffing anyone. We've had conversations with a number of our partners, not all yet, because time is time. And that's why I'm doing this message right now is we're going to honor our partners in any way that we need them to. This year, we've got an opportunity with the John Maxwell Company to host a virtual event, and we're going to be doing that on November 13th. Now it's a couple weeks after the primary event, and that's by design because we get to do a breakout. We get to host in a private chat, so it's virtual. We're not there side by side, but wherever you're at, if that's where you feel more comfortable, if that adds the value that you want or need, we want to host you with that. And we're going to be able, Cindy and I are going to maintain and host a private chat and have our own chat, and we're also going to be able to do a breakout session, and that's going to be the 3 keys to a successful leadership transition that we had planned to do at the primary event on October 23rd at Blue Ridge. So we still get to do that. We still get to deliver that local leadership keynote. We've got some extra special things built in for the folks that participate live, in a private session, and I'll come back to that in a second, or virtually. So we're going to do some extra gifts and just some digital access that we've built out, and just some gives to go in with it, because we're in a different year. We can't add the same value of networking that we usually can. So we want to make sure that we're delivering for everybody that takes part in this event in whatever way it is, because Your concerns and my concerns may be different, but it doesn't mean any of them are any more or any less important. So we want to really cater to everything that we can do. We're currently working through the details as you see this message of having a second public event, hopefully in January or February when some of this maybe dies down a little bit and we can still honor more folks in that public setting, but we don't know what that's going to look like for sure. So there's a lot of unknowns, hence the virtual option. And gosh, we can really host that kind of in an unlimited setting. So there's a lot more to come. Just stay tuned to wherever you're seeing this message, and really feel free to reach out too. If there's any way that we can be a blessing to you, we want to. What we're going to do is anything that we do in person this year, we're just going to go ahead and cap at $97 because there's a lot of costs that we have in it. But we were going to go to 117 with the after early bird ended, but quite honestly, it's just going to be different. So we're going to cap it at with the early bird pricing, and it's going to be 97. There's going to be a gift of that's a $60 value just added in. That's from me and Cindy to you as a participant in that, and I'll tell you more about that once you're registered, so we can share that with you specifically. And for the virtual access, I've got it set up on our website right now, the L2L-Harrisonburg.com. I've got that set up where you can access that. The registration for November 13th isn't technically open, but I'm doing a workaround. So you can go ahead and do it, and I'll take care of you, and we'll interact with you and get you everything that you need. And we're going to make this an event to remember. We're going to fulfill the expectations. We're going to exceed your expectations. What you've seen in the past has been great, and we look forward to getting back with you in person. But for this year, we're going to take care of you in any way we possibly can. And again, reach out if you've got questions at all. Look forward to seeing you soon as a part of the Live to Lead Harrisonburg 2020 season, not just in an event, a full season this year. More to come on that too. Look forward to seeing you. Have a great day. God bless.